Hey, you guys. Today we're going to do an ugly truth about all the energy that's going on right now. As most of you guys can feel, there's a heaviness in the air. It feels like nothing's going right. It feels like there's a lot of vicious energy, people backstabbing one another. It just other people trying to tear other people down, going out of their way to ruin other people's lives, when really what it boils down to is they're not happy in their own life. If people were truly happy in their own lives, they wouldn't try to tear other people down. I've had so many phone calls in the last couple of weeks where people are like, what the fuck, peace? Like, holy crap, I had this come at me and I had this come at me and this person stabbed me in the back and this person. And I'm like, it's par for the course. We've just had that Pluto square Mars. Pluto square Mars is a lot of vicious energy. That's deadly energy, whether that's physical death or people wanting to drive somebody to commit suicide or try to put them in depression and try to tear you down. And the only thing that you can do with this energy is use that and allow it to motivate you and be your driving force for you to move out of these scenarios, away from the people who are, like I said, not happy in their own life. They're stuck in a cyclical pattern of behavior. I just put out a Sagittarius reading and it absolutely made me sick. It was all about backstabbing, gossiping, and I'm not surprised. We've got Gemini energy. We've got the sun there, Mercury, Jupiter and Venus all sitting in Gemini. And what is Gemini? Gossip. It's cousins, siblings, neighbors, like family dynamics, everybody chattering, everybody talking shit. And you have to be careful what it is that you're believing right now, what it is that you're reading online. I posted something the other day about some lady apologizing for reposting something that just wasn't true. It was about some guy driving around in his van, and he happened to be like a meat salesman. He was selling meat, and they tried to say that he was trying to pick up little kids. And next thing you know, this guy is being held at gunpoint. People are, he's an old man who goes around and sells meat. And she was apologizing for ruining this man's life, for reposting things that wasn't true about him, and they are trying to ruin his business. I myself just had that exact same thing happen to me a few days ago, where a bunch of lies were told about me because people don't want to see me succeed. They want me to be drugged back down in an old vicious cycle that's been going on for fucking decades that I just don't have any time for. So am I going to sit here and wallow in my depression and sadness? At first it hurt, but I was like, if anybody ever believed that something so disgusting about me, I don't want them in my life in the first place. So this is where we're at with the collective right now. There's a lot of cycles from the past that are resurfacing, and it's, whether it's the same situation, different players in the game, or the same situation with the same fucking players, you're just going to have to react differently or respond differently. Maybe in the past you reacted. Maybe in the past you came back with your sword, against their sword. And maybe it's time for you just to hold your head up high and continue moving. This is not a time to fall into the trap of all the bullshit and fuckery that all these other miserable fucking people can't get their own shit together. Maybe they're having an issue with their own family. Maybe they're having an issue with drugs and alcohol and, they just can't get past these cycles. That's not your cross to bear. What they want is for you to be just as miserable as they are. And you can't give that to them. If you're responding differently, like for me in the past, when they used to come at me, I would come wielding my sword and ready to go into battle. And now I just don't give a fuck. I got better things to do. I've got people to help. I've got people that look up to me. And people can say whatever the fuck they want about me. They're words. If you're going to allow words to affect you, you're easily manipulated and you're easily controlled. So my suggestion to you is just, take a step back and you know what? Wish them well. Wish them healing. That's all you can do, and forgive them. They don't know any better, obviously, because they're still stuck in a pattern. And if you are raised up to this vibration and they're still down at this vibration, you're unfuckwithable. You know what I mean? They can say whatever the fuck they want. You know, yes, it might affect how other people see you, but at the end of the day, like, if you know it's not true, don't worry about it. You know, just keep fucking moving along. I feel like this energy is going to last for quite some time. Just because everybody is looking for reasons to hurt other people because they're hurting. That's what this really boils down to, is these people are still stuck in their own cycles of shit that they've dealt with, and they see you doing really, really well for yourself. And because of that, you're easy prey to them, you know, if you allow it to affect you, if what they want to do is make you question who you are. They want to make you question, should I be doing this? You know, like, you know, I was attacked, you know, this last week, and, you know, they were trying to make other people like look down on me, like, you know, she did this and she did that. And like I said, it was all lies, and it's lies that have been told before. Like, actually, these ones were pretty new. I heard about one of them, but I was like, God, you know, no matter what I've ever been through in my life, I have never been that much of a monster. And if the brainwashing and, you know, whatever it is that they're going through, like, there's nothing I can do about that, you know? And like I said, if other people want to believe those types of things, then like, I don't need them. Okay. Like they don't have any bearing on what I'm doing moving forward. So same goes for you. Don't allow other people that control over you to where you feel like you need to go hide in a corner and you start questioning, you know, should I be doing what I'm doing? The reason why I should be doing what I'm doing is because of the fact that I know that I make a difference in so many people's lives. Unfortunately, they're not at a place where I can make a difference in their life and it's funny too, because it's the people that hate you the most that watch you the most. So hello to all my haters, you know, and that's really all you can do, because what are you going to do? Shut down your social media, shut down your business, shut down your life and go, you know, hide up under the blankets and poor me and sucking your thumb crying for your mommy? No, you got to take all of that energy and use it as motivation to move you forward. It's a fracturing. So if the universe is trying to get you to go in a different way, then that's the motivation that you needed, especially if you were looking back, maybe hoping that things would be different. And now you've realized like this is a point of no return and I can no longer go down this road. Well, now focus your energy on what you can be doing. Use that as motivation. I see the Fool card in my mind's eye. The Fool card is, you know, somebody who's willing to take a leap of faith into a new direction. You know, they're packing light and they're willing to go off onto a journey of their own with no cares and no worry and nothing holding them back. So my suggestion to you guys is use this as motivation to move you forward into this new direction, into this new adventure, and be excited. You know, at the end of the day, I'm sad for all these people. Like, it makes me feel bad for them that they continue in the nastiness and the cycles and the patterns. But unfortunately, there is drugs involved and alcohol involved. And, you know, unless it's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And especially, like, I posted something the other day, like if you can't teach a baby to walk when they're in the crawling phase. You know what I mean? So, you know, and that's where these individuals are. You know, I had another, one of my clients call me yesterday and he was like, Peace. He's like, you know, what happened? He goes, I had all these amazing friends, and then all of a sudden, just the other day, they called me and said, listen, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I just don't like you anymore. I don't want to work out with you anymore. Like, you know, and they were training together. And then he lost one of his friends to drugs. And unfortunately, she passed away, 21 years old. And, you know, it's just... And he was so devastated. And I said, honey, you know, here's the deal. I said, I'm going through it too. And I get it. You know, this is a really sad time. And I had another girlfriend call me the other day who's grieving her son. And, you know, her family is coming at her and she's just trying to grieve right now. Her son passed away and she's got people like, you know, stabbing her in the back. And I'm just like, wow, you know, you have all these beautiful earth angels who are, you know, who absolutely just want what's best for everyone and they want to help and they just need love. And then you have everybody going out of their way to attack, you know, these people who genuinely don't deserve to be attacked. You know, like I said, lies being spread, you know, just too many cooks in the kitchen, too much chatter. I look forward to getting out of this Gemini energy, honestly, because it's so gossipy. But unfortunately, I feel like what people need to understand is you don't have all the information. So regardless of what you're hearing about others, whether you're reading it in a post, whether it's political, because I mean, look at all the politics, you know, everybody going after fucking Trump, you know, oh, he's such a bad guy and his mean tweets. Honestly, really? Like, we have Trump derangement syndrome, all right? At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't vote. I've never voted in my entire life. But at the end of the day, like, it's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt against people. It's what's good is bad and what's bad is good, you know? And at the end of the day, it's just disgusting. I feel like we're all just needing to like take a step back and just analyze the situation and don't react. Respond with your absence. Disconnect from the shit that's going on around you. And instead of, you know, sitting around gossiping about what, you know, what everybody's saying about you, you know what? Go on a vacation, you know, like go to the spa, go get a massage, you know, like nothing pisses off your haters more than you just taking care of yourself, than you just moving on. It's because they want you bogged down into their drama. It's not yours. And if you have elevated out of that, don't let them pull you down. You can't carry these people around like a sack of fucking potatoes. You can't take them with you. As much as some of us want to take certain individuals with us, whether that's family, friends, you know, whatever, any type of acquaintances that we absolutely adore, that doesn't mean they have to love us, okay? Unfortunately, in this lifetime, what we're supposed to be what we're supposed to be learning in this lifetime is unconditional love. And that is one of the hardest things for people to understand. Everything is so conditional. I can't love you because you did this. I can't love you because ... It's like, you got to understand why people do the things that they do. And unconditionally, I do love each and every one of these individuals. And I feel bad that they can't get themselves out of those situations. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to lower myself in order to be a part of all of that, because it doesn't feel good. And when you're surrounded by shit that doesn't feel good, we're going to be more apt to wanting to go towards the things that do, the people who absolutely love you, regardless of what they hear about you. Because if they truly understood you and they've seen you from this moment forward, do you even embody the words that other people are saying about you? Probably not, you know? And you are not your past. You are not your past, and you should not be defined by your past. In my past, I've done drugs, I've drank, I fucking was abused. I was abusive, you know? But am I now? Absolutely not. Was I ever a disgusting monster like the people who have made up a bunch of lies? No. They took something that I said, like just now, if they were to listen to what I'm saying right now, they would find everything they possibly could that was negative that they can hang on, and they would turn around and try and use that against me. But I'm honest about my past. I will admit to the things that I've done wrong, but I sure and fuck won't admit to something that was completely twisted and turned into something so fucking nasty to try and make myself look bad. Abso-fucking-lutely not. And I'm not going to question myself. Like when that stuff is projected at me, I'm not going to take that on. I'm not going to sit here and question myself. No, I'm going to look at them and go, you know, that's really sad. That's really sad that that's the way you see things, you know? And I do. I feel bad for you. Like, don't you have anything better to do? Like, focus on the things that make you happy. Don't focus on the things that are making you fucking miserable. Don't focus on the people that just want to drag you down. Focus on using that as a driving force to go make a better life for yourself. And that's exactly what I've been doing. Focusing on my future, focusing on an adventure. And you know what? Keep it to yourself, because what people don't know, they can't ruin. That's the sad part about this energy. It's like, you know, with social media, what is media? It's a way to get, you know, to rile things up. It's very Hollywood. It's trying to get other people to believe things about certain, you know, I mean, look at the news nowadays. It's all bought and paid for and has been for a really long time. And what it's doing is trying to get you to believe a certain fucking way, right? Here, this is bad, this bad person, orange man bad, you know, falling down man good, you know, like it's so mind-boggling to me that this is where we're at in society, but this is also where we're at in our personal life. And the way that the universe shows us is it shows us from the outside world's perspective. So you'll see it in the world happening, then you'll see it in your community, and then it'll happen in your personal life. But it's almost like you gotta be 10 steps ahead. So for me, I've learned the patterns. I know, in fact, it was funny because the day before that thing was posted about me, I had told a girlfriend of mine, I said, dude, I'm actually waiting for a post about myself. I'm due for one any time now. And I knew who it was going to be coming from. And I literally called it. I have receipts on this one. And boom, within just a few hours of me, you know, predicting it, came true, you know, like, so again, it's because I can see the patterns in the universe and I already know my own astrology. I knew that at the, you know, middle to end of June that I was going to have people from the past that were going to come back in and try to rile me up and try to bring me down and hurt me. Well, thank God, forewarned is forearmed. And that's why I do readings, is so that people have a bird's eye view as to what's going to come. And you're not going to be able to change it. But what you can do is change your reaction to it. Because if you keep reacting the same exact way, it's going to keep coming at you. And what you're doing is when you don't react to what other people are doing, you're taking away their power, because then they're like, well, fuck, you know, this is no fun. Like they're not doing what they normally do. And it's not actually causing anything, you know, bad in their life. It's like, so shit, we got to find somebody else to go and attack, you know? And then they move along, like scurry along, you know? So it's kind of ridiculous. It's really sad. And it is disgusting, you know? And I just, you know, forgive them for their trespasses against you, as they, you know, hopefully one day they can forgive you for whatever they think that you've done, and, you know, whatever, you know. So try not to attach to what's going on in this energy, because it's only going to end up hurting you in the long run. And it's going to take away your focus from this new life that is opening up for each and every one of us in this new direction. And again, you can't take certain people with you on the journey. If they're meant to come back, they will. It's almost like that saying, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it was never meant to be, you know? And if it's not in this lifetime, it's in another lifetime. Because if you don't get it right in this lifetime, you're gonna have to come back and do it again. And I don't want to have to come back and do this shit again with certain people, you know, like, because I mean, it's just terrible, unfortunately. So you guys, the biggest thing that you can take away from all of this is if things aren't working out the way that you expected them to, then you know what? It's okay. Move forward. There's going to be people who celebrate you as you move forward. There's a whole world waiting for you to show up and would be highly disappointed if you don't. So go on that journey, meet those new people, walk away from this toxicity. Don't let any of this fuckery drag you down. If people don't want you in their lives, so be it. Wish them well, wish them love, wish them healing, wish them forgiveness, forgive yourself, and move the fuck on, because what is waiting for you on the other side is a life that you could never have imagined. And unfortunately for those people, they're going to have health issues, because you reap what you sow, and your body is a immediate conduit to all the suffering and toxicity and sadness and what is cancer? It's something that's eating you from the inside out. What are breast issues? It's not feeling nurtured by the mother. It's the hormones is again a disconnect from the mother. What is hemorrhoids? It's something you're not willing to let go of. Stomach issues. What is it that you can't stomach about yourself or your life? Eye infection. What is it you're not seeing? Ear infection. What is it you're not hearing? Sore throat. Are you spitting fire at other people, or what is it that you're holding back that you want to say? Cold sore. Who is it that you want to tell to fuck off? So I can go on and on and on and on, but I think you catch my drift. So at the end of the day, you can't change another person, and you can't make them see you in a better light than what they see you right now. They've got to come out of whatever is going on in their life in order to be able to see you for the beautiful individual that you are. But you can't wait for that. You can't put your life on hold for other people to love you. You can't put your life on hold for that man to finally decide that you're the one and you're worth fighting for. You can't put your life on hold for your family to love you, okay? You can't put your life on hold. That's not how this works. You have to be constantly moving forward. And it's so shitty because even though we've got all this stuff going on, all some of us want to do is just be damn, that sucks. But instead, we fall down, we dust ourselves off. You fall down 7 times, you get up 8. You just got to keep fucking going no matter what. You got to keep going. You cannot stop, and you cannot allow other people to dictate the life that you're living. I'm going to leave that here, you guys. A little bit of words of wisdom for you. Wish these people well. Send them love. Send them forgiveness. Forgive yourself, and just know that it's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them and where they're at this time with their own healing. And that's all you can do. So to everyone watching this, just know that I love you. I wish you nothing but the best. And if you need help getting through these situations, please schedule a reading at thefootstepstopeace.com. I would be happy to help motivate you and empower you and help you see what's waiting on the other side of all this fuckery and bullshit. That you have to understand that this is a blessing in disguise. And if that blessing in disguise is you realizing maybe you had your foot in one side thinking you were going to get back together, and you had your foot in your new life, well, whatever just happened to everyone else, well, I think it was the fracturing enough, whether you found out you got cheated on, you found out that people really do truly just fucking despise you. Well, it took your foot out of that one place, and it makes what you're doing that much better. And now you have your focus on what's next. Keep learning, keep doing, and keep being. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Know that I love each and every one of you, including the people that I feel have trespassed against me. And I'm sorry to those that felt that I had trespassed against them. No hard feelings. The feelings really aren't mutual. I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. Anyway, love you guys all so much. Take care.